Hey mate, how's it going? Welcome to this Wolfpack training video. I hope you're having a great day and I hope you're having a strong week. Purpose of this video is just to go through some stretches to help you with your lower back. All right, two really common areas we see in the gym: the shoulder joint and the lower back. Okay, so if you've ever had some stiffness with your lower back, or if you've got that right now, chances are I've sent this video to you as a way of helping you with that lower back. So make sure you're proactive with it. Make sure you follow through on this and get this routine done at home, because it's going to help you massively with your lower back. All right, here's what we're going to do. Going to dive straight into it. Okay, it's going to be a really short routine. You can do this at home. You don't need any equipment except the red band. Okay, if you do not have a red band, you should have got one in your welcome pack, but if you do not have one, let me know. I'm more than happy to hook you up with one from the gym. That will be yours to keep. You can have it, and it's going to help you with this routine and getting on top of your back pain. So really simple. Okay, this is only going to take 5 minutes. All right, so anyone can do this. All right, it doesn't matter if you've only got a very short amount of time, no space or whatever, we can get this done. All right, so to start, we're going to take the red band here. I'm going to lift my arms up to 90 degrees, almost like the top of a dumbbell curl. And all I'm going to do from there is just tilt onto each foot and push out slightly on the band and hold it for a second, just like a big pendulum / seesaw. What this is doing is just engaging all the muscles in my glutes, getting that area nice and warmed up, because often a stiff and painful lower back is not a result of anything with your spine or having some real bad problem with your discs. It's just the muscles around the lower back are either weak or tight or shortened or whatever it is. So we're going to try and remedy that, you know, rather than having anything to do with the spine or any, you know, hard physio work or anything. We're going to tackle the muscles first, and that's going to leave it. So about 30-40 seconds, or until you feel a really good burn going in there. 30-40 seconds should be plenty, to be honest. That's our kind of glutes all warmed up. That in itself can sort of alleviate it a little bit. We're going to dive into some static stretching now. So all we do is come to sort of a shoulder whip stance. All right, then we're going to slide down into a knee on the floor position. Then I just want you to wiggle that front foot forward. Plenty. So I've got a big stretch there. All right, big gap between the two. Make sure this back foot is flat. Not going to put that up like that. I'm going to have that flat. From there, you can see we've basically got two points of a tripod. We've got one here, we've got one here. We're going to go ahead and make the third one. So I'm just going to pop that hand down here. Okay, I'm going to sit this position. From here, you can see that I've made a little gap in here, and we're going to use that in a second. But firstly, just take a big breath in, get that chest up a little bit. Make sure we're just on the tips of the fingers. I'm not trying to be right down here, just the tips of the fingers. And then we're going to take our other hand, thread it through, touch ourselves on the back of the shoulder if you can, release that right through as much as possible, and stretch that hip off. So as I go up, I'm stretching this whole area here. Stretching. Okay, I'm just going to do 8 reps on each side, stretching that all out. You get the little side benefit here of a little bit of an upper back and chest stretch as well. 8 reps. When you're finished, pop it back through. 2 points of the tripod again. Third one goes down. There's your gap, shoulder, and stretching it all the way through. You can breathe out on the way up to make it better. And again, I'm going to do 8 reps. Perfect. Take it nice and slow, take it nice and smooth. Okay, it's not weightlifting. We're not trying to do it fast and aggressive. We're trying to go smooth and fluent. All right. For the final stretch, just going to target that lower back and glute specifically. So you can come to this position here, all right, which is nice and comfortable. Make sure you sort of watch me do this before you drop down into it, because it's going to be a little bit more involved, this one. So we're going to go ahead and lie back, like so. Come up to this nice comfortable position here. Going to put one foot over the other. So this is almost like, imagine you're sitting in your chair at home and you've got your cup of tea and you just hook that one foot over the other. Then from there, I'm going to grab that foot and I'm going to reach round to the other side of the shoe and pull that towards me slightly. Immediately you might feel a little bit of tension around here, because this is our target area. Then wrap the other arm around the knee and just start pulling them both in at the same time. You're going to feel that stretch start. At the same time you do that, and if you're okay with that, just go ahead and lift the upper back off the floor a little bit and pull a little bit further, all right? If you can stay here, then 20-30 seconds here is perfect, all right? I like to go up to 45 seconds to a minute if you want. It doesn't have to be a certain amount of time, but let's say at least 20 seconds, all right? If you want to make it even more severe, lift that leg off the floor and push into your ankle with the other thigh, and now I can really feel that around my lower back and my glutes, just where we want to hit that stretch. Switch it, back to your chilled out position, here, pull it in, and go again. All right, if it's too much, just put that foot back on the floor and just focus on your pulling there. After you've done that, if you want to do more for your lower back, just go ahead and go back to the start, grab the band again, do the little zombie tilt, get the pump in the glutes again, do the little stretch on the hips there with the gap and hand going in and out, hit the glutes again. I recommend you can do that every single day. It's 5 minutes and it's going to be a massive benefit to your lower back. If you can only get it in 3 or 4 times a week, it's still going to really help you. Anything you can do doing that is going to be really helpful. If you ever have lower back pain, just dropping in and doing that routine is going to immediately alleviate some of that for you. So give it a try and give me some feedback. Let me know how it went. Drop me a message and say I tried this routine and it really, really helped. And the more you do it, the better your lower back's going to get.